A stroke occurs when the flow of the blood to part of the brain cut off. Having a stroke can be life-changing and it can affect people in different ways. Adjusting to these changes will take time. You, your family, and friends may now be adjusting to new roles, routines, and certain parts of life that have been put on hold. It's normal to feel grief, frustration, anger, and sadness on your journey as getting back to life. Share your feelings and keep communication open with your partner, healthcare provider like your doctor, social worker to overcome those challenges. It's common after stroke that you might be more emotional, anger more quickly, or show emotions that do not match the situation, like crying when you aren't sad. These emotions may be hard to control and change quickly, but should happen less when your brain recovers. It may be helpful to let others know your situation, that your emotions do not match to what you are feeling. They can also help you by finding distraction or talking things through. If these changes in emotions getting in the way of your life, talk to your doctor to see if what help is available. Depression and anxiety can occur up to half of the people who have been a stroke. It can be caused by the changes of your brain after a stroke, or maybe a reaction to changes of your life as a result of having a stroke. Have you lost your interest in things or activities that you used to? Have you lost your appetite? Or do you have a difficulty in sleeping? These can all be signs of depression. If depression leads to thoughts of suicidal, call your doctor, a helpline, or 911. Depression can be treated. Treatment takes on many forms, which include counseling or medication. It can be hard to talk about your feelings, but it can help with your recovery. Remember, feeling depressed after stroke is not a sign of weakness, but one more way that you can be affected after a stroke. Psychological aspect of stroke adaptation includes the risk for anxiety and depression, changes in identity and personality processes, and potential for social isolation. Depression and anxiety are heterogeneous constructs and can affect individuals' emotional functioning and cognitive abilities. Executive functioning, self-agency, and volition may be affected. Alteration of personality and identity may also result from the interaction of fluctuating emotional, cognitive, and physical abilities, as well as changes in social context and family dynamics. Social isolation or lack of access to social contact or resources can be a consequence and difficulty of cognitive and emotional functioning that can affect the interpersonal relationships, changes in social roles, communication difficulties, and challenges in transport and employment. Social stigma and marginalization can also contribute to isolation.
Everyone deals with having a stroke in different ways. Talking with members of your healthcare team, talking with other stroke survivors, or joining a social, recreation, or exercise program can help with the recovery process. Each person plays many roles in life. For example, you may be a family member, a friend, a coworker. It's normal to wonder if you will be able to fulfill these roles again and return to your regular activities. Over time, daily routines and life roles will change to suit your strengths and abilities. You will find new strategies and other ways to help you adjust to these roles.
Life after suffering a stroke typically involves some degree of physical disability. This might be one of the problems why stroke patients struggle in communicating and opening themselves socially. I also know some people who had suffered from stroke. Some had serious effect. They got speech problems, body weaknesses, and problems in balance and coordination, and they have isolated themselves because of these conditions. Support from family members, friends, and also from the healthcare can be one of the best ways to support them. First, be understanding. We should understand their feelings and try to reach them out for them to have the confidence boost like they have before. Be supportive. Supporting them would be one of the best ways we can help them up. Be supportive and allow survivors to do things for themselves, because even small accomplishments will help your loved one become more self-reliant and confident. Be patient. Always be patient in helping them to increase their sense of security. Be empathetic. Expressing empathy is highly effective and powerful, which builds patients' trust, calms anxiety, and improves health outcomes. Be also a helping hand. If patients are comfortable, they are likely to recover quicker and have a better health outcomes. Social support has been found to play an important part in helping patients prevent and recover from a range of physical maladies. Social support also seems to have a particularly strong influence on functional and psychological outcomes following a stroke. Stroke is a serious life-threatening condition that can lead to widespread and long-lasting problems. Although some stroke patients may recover quickly, many people who have a stroke need long-term support and assistance to help them regain as much independence as possible. Having a stroke can have a big impact on patients psychologically, emotionally, and socially because of the problems or conditions that occur after a stroke. There are many problems that may happen after a stroke, such as depression, anxiety, mood swings, memory problems, speech problems, weakness, and etc., and will improve with time and rehabilitation. Anxiety and depression are common by many stroke patients. This mainly because their physical and mental abilities have changed after having a stroke. This is why understanding and offering some support can be extremely beneficial for them. Taking an active role in planning and in the process of recovery can reduce the possibility of psychological issues and improve their psychological outcomes. Here are tips on how to deal with stroke patients. Listen to the patient and make sure that the patient is supported. Listen to the patient's thoughts and concerns and make sure that the patient is supported no matter what. Non-judgmental support can be an effective way to support patients. Active listening to patients conveys respect to their self-knowledge and build trust. Encourage open communication. Encourage the patient to express his or herself, to share experiences. Communication provides encouragement and help easily understand the patient. Then, promote creative or stimulating activity. Engage the patient with some activities that will make them enjoy, such as board games or simple chores. Patients often feel more self-confident in their abilities when they realize that they can still continue to complete activities or simple activities by themselves.